does your property portfolio look today compared to at the beginning?
In the beginning, I didn't really know what I was doing because I didn't really have a strategy. I kind of understood the ideas of something like the BRRR strategy, if you ever heard of that. So I kind of had a base understanding of what property was, but now the way that we do it is extremely methodical. We're looking really for a very specific type of property with key metrics, and we're not super emotional in the properties that we're buying. We're just looking for properties that we know are going to work for our strategy. So in the last year, we've bought 4, and they've all been essentially exactly the same. Although each building looks unique, it's got exactly the same fundamentals. It's really nice being able to just roll and apply the same rules over and over again now. We made some pretty big mistakes when we started investing. There are 2 that just jump to mind, technically. We had a tenant that we didn't properly vet and didn't do an inspection for the first 6 months. And when we got back to that property, it was completely trashed. They stopped paying, and it took, like an additional 9 months to get rid of that person. And in that time, they really damaged the property, and that was a really horrible experience because then we also had to repair it, which took even longer. And I guess you don't consider that massive vacancy risk when you're starting out investing. And what are you going to do if you don't have income from this investment property for a year? The thing is, that happened again on another property. Touch wood, because it hasn't happened since then. But having that happen almost back to back was a real blow. And at that point, you're thinking, like, is this just the worst thing ever? Should we keep doing this? But I'm really thankful that we did. The other mistake that we made was, I guess, buying that house in a suburb that we hadn't really understood the fundamentals of. And for a long time, that property has had lower growth than every other property in our portfolio. I guess it's not the end of the world, but if I could have gone and done that again, I wouldn't have been buying in that area. I would have bought somewhere a bit smarter. So you live and you learn.